Hi everyone, it's Mary Jo. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you everyone who's been watching and sharing and subscribing. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for your comments too, the love and support that you're sharing with me and your own personal journey. I truly do appreciate it. Thank you and welcome new subscribers too. If you haven't subscribed, please think about doing so you'll get notification from YouTube when my videos are up. I will not solicit you. I don't even get your email. But this reading I'm doing is for the new moon in Libra on September 30th, 2016. We had 3 moons in September. So I did a bit of a different spread. Kind of spirit was all over the place, which is how I am really. But they wanted the oracle cards. I did use the fairy oracle, the wild wisdom of the fairy oracle, the nature's whispers. And I also pulled a card from the Rider-Waite deck, the 100th anniversary deck. But we know on the new moon, this is a critical phase for our body. You don't want to be cutting your hair. You don't want to do anything because it doesn't help your hair grow fast. It's slow or it'll grow in very coarse and thick. But it's a critical time for the body. You want to slow it down for 48 hours before the new moon. Just rest. Since this is in Libra, it is air. So you might want to make your new moon intentions as you plant your seeds outside. If you live in the mountains, maybe go out in the mountains. If you can go on a hike or a walk. If you even like to be by the water, if you like to be by the beach, just be outside. And if you can't be outside, have some nice wind chimes, whirligigs going, or some incense, or maybe even candles that are scented to carry a fragrance throughout the air. Okay? Do what you can with whatever symbolizes air to you, even if it's certain colors. I was moved to pick these colors of purples and greens. I don't know why, but I kept picking purples and greens in the stones. That is what Spirit is asking for. So purple, I know, is the color of the psychic, is a rich, very regal color. And green is of the earth too. So maybe it's something to do with Pisces and Virgo. We have the earth and we have, we have the earth with Virgo. And then we have Piscean energy, which is very psychic energy. So that makes sense. Okay. And I have these colors of purple and green here. I just noticed that too. So with the new moon reading, the way I like to do it is I talk about what is it that I want? What do you do to get it? What's blocking you and what advice is Spirit saying? So first we have with the fairy oracle, we have the Gossamer Princess number 12. Now 1 and 2 is 3. So it's saying this is the result of the choice that you made. There's some action going on there. There's some creative process going on here. It talks about communications, relationships, and work to be done. Now we have butterflies in the card. If you saw my video for the week of September 25th to October 1st, I had 2 butterflies flying around me as I was recording it. So it is talking about new beginnings. And yeah, the new moon is a time to start over, plant seeds. Bring something new into your life. So work on that in your intentions. Put into play all the things that you want. And it's in Libra, so let's work with things for justice, for balance, for compromise, for relationships, for partnership, for marriage. Anything to do with other people, other ways that you relate. Even if it's with yourself though, maybe it's about changing the way you relate with yourself. Now with this beautiful, beautiful fairy card, the Gossamer, she's sitting in a web that she has woven. And even her wings are very frail and delicate. They almost look web-like. And she's sitting on her web here. Beautiful colors of the psychic around her. We do have that. It's very Piscean energy. But she is aloft. So that's air, very Libran energy. But with this card, it's talking about maybe there's some relationship work to be done. Maybe you need to heal a relationship, either with yourself or with others. You know how a spider weaves a web and then tends to that web daily? And that web is so strong it withstands all winds, snow, rain, hailstorms, ice, because it tends to it daily. And if something breaks open in it, it goes out and fixes it. So maybe at this time, for some of us, we need to plant the seeds of the work that needs to be done with repairing relationships that we have with others. Maybe the way we relate to other people, we allow other people to relate to us, or something we are relating to with work, with business, with partners at work, partners that are friendship, lovers, friends, healing old relationships, healing new relationships, making new relationships, things with your parents or your children and family. If you've had breaches and the web has been broken, there's lack of communication, like the internet, the web, it breaks, or you have to repair it. Maybe for you, that's what it's like right now. There has been something damaged in the neural net, in your web of communication with others. And it's time for you to tend to it and fix it. In brief, I'll read a passage that it says for the gossamer in the Fairy Oracle book. And it talks about, because it is communication between yourself and others at the heart of this card, you may be experiencing communication difficulties. Also with your phones or the web, maybe playing up your email or other sources of technology may not seem to be working and need repair work, which is also Uranus retrograde too, does wreak havoc on that. Relationships might be fraught with trivial misunderstandings leading to falling outs that are unworthy of both parties. Consider spending time with these people that you have not seen for some time, and know that whatever you decide, it is worth spending just a little time to assess the relationship's meaning to you. Connect with others to feel less isolated. Share your creations and your thoughts and feelings. The need to talk through issues affecting yourself and others. Sharing your truth with respect. Waiting for another to make the first move in communications. The web of family, of life, between friends and species, interrelationships. There is always a possibility to recreate the web. Endings and gentle separations also. End of a part of a life, changing from one stage to another. Young women even coming into the initiation stage. But for all of us, it is about repairing relationships and healing them. And then we have the littlest fairy who keeps popping up in our readings. Hello. Number 20, and that is a 2. 2 is partnerships, relationships. And it's saying appreciate the beauty and value of the exquisite and the small. We've talked about this card as saying that however small you feel in the universe, you are still a valid part of the universe, and we need you to exist. Okay, without you, everything changes. It's like a missing piece to a puzzle. So what this card is saying, tend to your own needs, okay? You need to realize your value. And when you value yourself and love yourself, that is a protection of yourself. See how like she's sitting on her toadstool? She's protecting it. She doesn't care how big or small it is. She's protecting it. This pink energy is very loving too. So for you right now, maybe you need to start realizing however big or small you feel in the universe or in the world or your connection with other people, you're valid. You're needed. Once you start appreciating yourself more and loving yourself more, that is what you will attract to you, others who love and appreciate you more. If you're isolating yourself, you might consider spreading your wings and flying, because she's kind of sitting still here and she's closed off maybe from the outside world and the fairies and the other elementals. So maybe it's time for you to unblock that. Open up your arms, let love in, let relationships in, let friendships in, okay? Yes, to protect your heart is one thing. You don't have to give it away, but share it. And then let's see, we have Storykeeper here. Blocking you, number 4. Okay, stop it, they're saying. Stop it. Number 4 is completion, but stop it. Tell your story, legacy, write your wisdom. Now here we see a person sitting isolated on their stone throne, reading. They look like they're amidst water in a wooded area. So there's deep emotions there, but they're isolated, very calm. Still waters do run deep, okay? And this person's engrossed in what they're reading. They seem isolated again from the rest of the world. Is this what we're doing? Are we isolating ourselves from the rest of the world? I mean, even macrocosmically. You know, we're all shutting ourselves out, keeping our nose in books or something else that's distracting us from being part of what's happening around us. It could be we need to stop that. That's what's blocking us from having the relationships. Since this is the Libra moon, we are talking about relationships, partnership, compromise. We're talking about things healing, okay? We're talking about things moving forward in our life that we want in our life. So with this card, the book says briefly, with Storykeeper, time to tell of who you are and share your story. It's saying that you need to think of generations to come and live your life as you would wish your story to be told. What is it that you want people to remember you by? What is your legacy? What is it that you want to be known for? That you were a loving individual, unconditional loving, compromising, helpful. Maybe that you're a great dancer, a great parent, a great musician, artist, kind and loving. You're adventuresome. You were adrenaline junkie. What is it that you want to talk about? Remember your story. The Native Americans to talk about that, the first people, and even the Aboriginal people. You need a story. You need to have a story. And to tell that best story of yourself and your life, sometimes writing is therapeutic, talking about it. Live your life as if it's the greatest tale ever to be told. Okay? You want to bring the magic into your life. This card is saying, get out of the book. Stop nosing, isolating yourself. Get out and live your life. For having the greatest adventure and the greatest story to write, you have to live it. You can imagine it and start it in your mind's eye. Okay? Maybe, like I say, I'm rewriting my story. My old ending sucked. Okay? It's time for me to write a happily ever after for me. And that's what I'm working on in my story. And I want to be known for being a loving, unconditionally loving person. You have your wild side, you have your tame side, integrating it, but sharing it. Show the world all that you are. It's part of your story. We all here leaving a footprint. And then cry for nature is the meaning for something sacred which seems lost. Number 8. So number 8 is building on our strengths. This is a card talking about the warrior within you. This card talks about you are here at this time on this earth to do things that other lifetimes people maybe didn't have to do in the time frame that they lived. We have so much repair to do on ourselves, on mankind, on the earth. This is impacting the earth. As you see the tree cut down, like the rainforests are being taken down. This land is being raped. Gaia is being abused. Yes, she goes through cycles and heals herself, just as we do. We're attached to that. We go cycles, things end, things begin. But at this time, we're talking about definitely looking at partnering up in some way to change the footprint you leave on this earth. Use your warrior energy, your spiritual warrior energy to do some healing, however small. If you live in an apartment and you can't have a garden or a community garden, plant some flowers. Have a tree inside the house. We need the oxygen to live on. Hello. The trees provide that. They process carbon dioxide for us. So it's very important that we remember the importance of nature. And we are part of nature. It's losing this earth, we are losing ourselves. And let's see what it says here in the Oracle book for Cry for Nature. This is for a person who loves where they are on this planet and the earth. You may be passionate about animals, nature, trees, and protecting the earth. This person realizes they are as a child when faced with the ageless wisdom of all the creatures of this wonderful blue and green planet. Human wisdom is that one form. The being who has drawn this card is one with great elemental energy who can help rid the environment of toxic poisons and environmental pollutants. So this is about protection of this planet, this beautiful, magical planet. And we are all earth warriors. Remember, courageous is the soul. You are here for a purpose at this time. There's a mass exodus going on, and you know that. But you are here, I am here. We are here to do something special for this earth. And saying, let your love be a beacon. 4 and 2, that's 6. The number of Venus. Venus rules Libra. And so we're saying, very appropriate for Libra because Venus rules it. And that is about love. It is about healing. It is about relationships. It's about beautiful surroundings. It is about beautiful possessions. Okay? But it's saying, let love be your beacon. Unconditional love. When you get cut off by someone on the road, you can either curse at them, try and chase up on them and cut them back off, flip them off. It's not going to help you, that rage. But you could let light go out to them and love. Maybe they're racing because they're late for work. They could get fired if they're late again. Or their child is in need at school and they had to run. There's always a reason if we could just open up our hearts to know that that could have been me. So here it's saying to find some balance and harmony with the light that's within yourself. It's radiant. This gorgeous orange glowing color, orange red, is very much about like root chakra and the sixth chakra. The seventh and sixth chakra is about empowering, that healing, that creative process, and grounding energy. This beautiful, beautiful bird here, we have the blues, purples, and greens, is beautiful energy too. It's almost like a peacock. So this is also very regal colors, but it's very earth and air energies, the greens and the blues, and then that flaming spirituality, the passion. So trust in that. Here we have the rabbits, we have all manners of creature around this being in the forest, and this radiant light about them. That's love within that comes out. And that's another way for you to attract people into your life with great, healthy results for partnerships. If you're a curmudgeon and a grouch and always bitter, you will attract that to you. And you're always wondering, why do I always attract this kind of girl to me or guy to me? Why doesn't it last, even at my jobs? Well, maybe it's the way you need to look at how you are within. Remember, when you shift, we shift. We all shift. It starts with you making the change. You can't change the people outside of you. You can start with changing you. And you'll see those people fall by the wayside. Things will change in your life. And here, to confirm this, we have the Fool. The Fool is 0. This is us in the Tarot. We start as the Fool on our journey. 0. Infinite possibilities. At this new moon, it is saying it's time for infinite possibilities. Take a leap of faith here. Take a chance. Is it something you didn't take care of on the eclipse? Or the last eclipse? You missed the download? This is reboot time. This is time for you to go and say, okay, Spirit, I missed out. I wasn't paying attention, or I didn't want to. I wasn't open at the time. I'm not really sure I am now. I don't know what the heck to do, but I'm going to trust you. I'm going to trust my higher self. I'm trusting source energy. Spirit is always there to hearken you of danger and pleasure. You need to listen. So see here with the Fool, it is about beginning. Remember, this is the staff, which is the wands, okay? And there is all the knowledge of your previous lives. You have them with you. Spirits all around you with this bright yellow. They're always there to help you to soar. It's not like you're going to jump and fail. Even if it doesn't work out, if you go ahead and take a chance on something new and it doesn't seem to work out, believe me, it is the precursor for what is best for you in coming. But you took the initiative. You took the step. Remember, making choices, wise choices. And even if you're not ready to make a choice in starting something new in a relationship or a partnership or a job or something, just remember, even no choice is a decision in the eyes of the universe. So it's better to take an active part in your destiny by choosing one way or another. And if you choose and it doesn't seem to work out, let it unfold as it should. At least there's no regrets, and you took the leap and trusted in spirit. And I'm sure you shall see the best will come to you as long as you take the steps to change things. So I hope you have a beautiful new moon. And don't worry, like I said, if you missed out on eclipses and setting your intentions, set them now, okay? And trust and know that your partnerships, your relationships with yourself and others will be healing, if that is what you so desire. I hope this reading gives you some help, guidance, and peace. Have a wonderful new moon. And as always, I wish you the best.